Hey friends, this is DJT and I'm back with the next episode of Speak On It. By now you all know that this platform of Speak On It is used to really share lots of lessons around leadership, success, and the art of winning. And one of the things that I want to share with you all today is the number one thing that I think separates the good from the great, that separates successful people from unsuccessful people, and the number one thing that I think is stopping us from living out our wildest dreams, and that is the use of excuses. Now, if you know me, right, you know that I hate excuses, and I don't even use that word that often, but I hate excuses. And so in this episode, I want to share with you all the 3 excuses that I hear the most and the 3 that I've personally used the most. And I want to leave you with some action items and suggestions about how to get past those excuses to get a little bit closer to achieving your dreams. So excuse number 1 that I hear more than anything else is I don't have the time. I'm too busy. Right? Who's not busy? We are all busy. Oprah Winfrey is busy, Tyler Perry, Beyonce, Ellen DeGeneres, Hillary Clinton. We are all busy. But guess what? We were all given the same 24 hours in a day, and it is a choice what you do with that time that you have. I tell you personally, I run an organization, I sit on boards, I'm active in the community, I have a 7-year-old daughter, but there are some things that I am passionate about, and this is one of them. And so I have to find the time to do the things that I care about. And so I believe that if you care about it, if it's important to you, you will find that time. And so how do you get past that excuse? I want to give you a suggestion of doing a time audit. I want you to just pay attention to your day, pay attention to your week. I want you to note down every time that you are on social media or on the phone or searching and surfing on the internet, that when you get home from work, the times where you're sitting down on the couch watching TV, doing something that's non-productive, I guarantee you that you will find at least 2 hours in a day. And that's giving you 8 hours of sleeping time, right? We aren't even counting the sleeping time. But I guarantee you will find at least 2 hours a day, right? That's 14 hours a week, right? You add that up, that is about 54 hours a month. There is time to do the things that you want. And so I just want you to be thoughtful about how you're spending your 24 hours, because we all get the same amount. So excuse number 2 is I don't have the degree, I don't have the skills, I don't know how to do it. Now, while I am a huge advocate of education, I think that this excuse is just a stall tactic. Between Google and Barnes & Noble, you can figure out just about anything, right? And so I want to encourage you all to get reading. I want to encourage you to find an article daily about the thing that you dream of, right? And each day read at least 1 article. Do that for 30 days. I guarantee you that at the end of that 30 days, you are going to be so knowledgeable and confident about what to do and how to take that next step. Then shift to books. Start to read 1 book per month about that topic. In a year, I guarantee you that you will feel more like an expert and more equipped to do that thing. And if you want to go to school to bolster that knowledge, go right ahead. But I guarantee you there's a book on every single topic that you can even imagine. I remember thinking about doing this work and the video blogging. I don't know the first thing about video, lighting, sound, cameras, editing, but I read up on it. I am still a work in progress. I'm figuring it out along the way. One of my mentors told me, she said, just jump, do it, and you will build your wings on the way down. And so I am. This is not perfect, but I'm learning as I'm doing it. Excuse number 3 is one I hate the most, and this is really from my friends of faith more than anything else. They will say, you know, what God has for me is for me, right? Or I'm gonna put it in the Lord's hands, and I love it. I'm a woman of faith and I believe that, but even the Bible says that faith without works is dead. Right? And so I don't even have any action item for you there because you know better. And you just got to get to work. You just got to get to work. And so as I wrap up, I want to ask you to do 3 things, right? I want you to think about your BHAG, B-H-A-G. Jim Collins coined this phrase. It's your big, hairy, audacious goal, I want you to think about what it is. What is it that you dream of doing? If you had no fear of failure, if you had no fear of embarrassment or not hitting it, what would you do? And I want you to write that down. I want you to think about what excuse you've been using to stop you from hitting that goal. What's stopping you from getting there? What's the excuse? It may be one of the three that I mentioned, it may be something else. And then I want you to write down also what one action item will you do to get past that excuse, to get closer to your dreams. And I just want you to take a look at that. Write that down in a journal, on a piece of paper, on a Post-it, put it up somewhere. And if you are bold enough, share that with a friend who could be an accountability partner to help hold you to that goal. And if you'd like, I would love for you all to share that. If you're watching this on YouTube or Facebook, share it with our viewers to help motivate and inspire those of us who are still struggling with the excuses stopping us from being successful. And so as I wrap up, I want to leave you all with a quote. And all my friends who have pledged a fraternity or sorority will recognize it, but it is something that I believe wholeheartedly, and that is excuses are the tools of the incompetent, used to build monuments of nothingness, and those who use them seldom succeed at anything ever. And so with that, I hope that you will have a phenomenal week, and I will see you next Sunday at 6.